Hey you, I have a special coffee with E. I had the privilege of sitting down with Dr. Jesse Rawls, who is also the love of my life, my husband. He is probably the most motivational, the best motivational speaker I had the privilege of actually listening to. And yeah, y'all be like, oh, there's so many other people. Yeah, I know that. And yet, he's my favorite for many reasons. He's here to talk to us about leadership, how to win the day, how to be disciplined, how to be able to lead with confidence. Sit back and tell me if I'm not wrong. This one is good. Okay, babe, welcome to my seat.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You know what? I just realized my coffee's over there.
Yes. You want it or not?
I think I might be okay for now. Yeah, but when I need it, can you hand it to me?
I will do that.
Okay, alrighty. So, for those that don't know, I'm having a conversation with my husband, Jesse. Some people call him Dr. Rawls. Some people we won't even go there. Yeah, Dr. Rawls or Jesse. That's all y'all need to know.
All right.
Yeah. And what I love about this man is that the fact that he's able to lead, and actually he is a great visionary as well as a great operator and executor. So when we talk about discipline, someone says define discipline, I literally say Jesse, and they think it's funny. But it's so true because I say this to you all the time that you're like my biggest motivator and you're my biggest pain point when it comes to discipline and doing the things I need to do.
Right.
Like accountability.
Uh-huh.
You know, I get afraid to say, hey, can you hold me accountable? You be like, what do you say?
Yeah, you do.
What do you say when I say, can you hold me
I
accountable?
said, are you sure?
Are you sure? Can you stand the heat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, but can you please? Until I say no. Hey, I'm hoping you're enjoying this episode of Coffee with E. I had to take 30 seconds to share with you one of our sponsors for this episode, Top Construction. They are a premier construction company located in Central PA. So if you live in Dauphin, Cumberland, Lancaster, and Lebanon counties, you want to check them out. Not only are they reliable, they are reasonable, and they get the job done. Now, let's go back to the episode. So I just wanted to have a conversation with you today about leadership. So can we tell or share your story about, your leadership journey? Because it didn't happen overnight, but you seem to be like a great leader or perceived as being a great leader.
Yeah. How far back you want me to go?
As far as you need to, babe.
Well, I think sometimes in life some people say, leaders are born or leaders made or champions born or champions made. I think in life you see yourself as you move down a path. You can see yourself in leadership positions, or people say they want you to lead. I think early on in my life, when I was playing sports or in the classroom or different things, people would pick me to lead. Not that I had my hand up, that I wanted to do that, but I think it was the way I carried myself, the way I did things a certain way. I think people are always watching you and what you're doing. And I think that's the start of leadership or leadership habits, that, you're willing to do things that others may not be willing to do, or you're just willing to live your life a certain way. And so people respect that, as you're growing up. So I was always a captain of the teams.
Did you ever shy away?
Not especially not in sports. I didn't shy away necessarily because, I'm a competitor. So I always wanted to win and always wanted to work hard so that I could win. So when they were naming me captain, it was because I was working really hard and I didn't want us to lose, or I didn't want, if I was on the wrestling team, I didn't want people to not live up to their full capacity to be the best that they could be, because that would hurt us as a team, but more importantly, it would hurt them. So they would always look to me. When I went to Michigan, I was captain of the wrestling team for my junior and senior year of wrestling. Mm-hmm. So I got picked as a junior and as a senior. And that was just a matter of, I got hurt in college, but I never quit. Or I would come in early in the morning just to do certain workouts that I could only do. Mm-hmm. And so the guys were watching, or when they were doing things maybe they shouldn't have been doing. I was always the one to say, hey, we gotta be better than that. Like, I'm always big in a legacy. Like we're leaving a legacy. Like we're staying on the shoulders of others.
Even at that young age, you're talking about legacy?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
You were here before.
Because it meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
Like,
why?
I mean, if you're talking about Michigan, it meant a lot to me because my dad had wrestled there. My brother had wrestled there.
Okay.
And now I'm wrestling there. But also, I'm always big into I'm representing something bigger than myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so my style of leadership has always been, it's never about me. It's about, families. It's about students. It's about the community. But it's never about me. Like I'm just trying to ensure that I'm leaving a place better than when I found it. So I think leadership is sacrifice. And so, great leaders understand that it can never be about them. I think we look at and we say at leaders sometimes and we say, that person's name and they're doing X, Y, and Z. But true leadership is being a servant. It's service. If you're leading people, you're actually trying to help them get to where they need to be, more so than where you're trying to get to be.
So good. And that's why a lot of people fail at leadership, because they think it's not, they don't want to serve. They want other people to serve them.
Yeah, it can't be that way. I mean, anybody that's trying to lead and trying to get for other people to serve them, then they're not doing the right work. I mean, even in the home, if I'm leading my household, it's because I'm trying to serve my wife, my kids, making sure they have everything they need to be successful. And then I'll come in and take care of what I need to take care of. But leadership is never about the person. It's about the people that are around them and ensuring that they have the tools to be successful in life. It can never be about yourself. I think a lot of people fall in leadership roles when they get all into their own feelings about the different things that are happening to them and the different circumstances that surround leadership. Because leadership is lonely, right? Leadership is lonely.
It is lonely. So thinking about the target audience that we have here, right? And you can relate to this, 25 to 35.
Yeah.
Being a young leader in a role for you was being a principal when you were 32. Is that right?
Yeah, I got my first. Well, I actually got my first principalship when I went to Harlem. So I was 31.
You were 31.
I was 31.
So how is it? What can you share with the young leaders that are out there that are responsible for older people as well?
Well, I think the biggest thing I can say to younger people working into leadership roles is you're going to fail. You're going to
fail. Ultimately, you're going to fail.
No, I mean right away. It's not going to go like you think it's going to go. You're going to fall down. It's I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. I know when I my first job as a high school principal was in York, Pennsylvania, at William Penn Senior High School, York High, and I was only 32. And my first year I was not good. Not because I wasn't trying, not because I was doing things I shouldn't have been doing. I just didn't know. And so I had a vision of what I wanted to do, but what I was, the steps to get there, I was just doing a bad job in terms of having a lot of setbacks. And again, I think leadership is about, if you're going to lead, you have to take chances. You have to have a vision. You have to manage well, and you have to be willing to try things, fail, and try again. Because if you don't lead from a perspective of, I'm going to try things and it may not be successful, then you're leading in fear. And if you're leading in fear of failure, if I'm always afraid that I'm going to fail, right, then I'm not allowing people that are working with me to understand that they also need to take chances. Because if you want to move the needle in any organization, in any position, you have to take chances, which may lead to failure. So again, I think part of what I always say about myself, and I think in leadership you have to be this way. I'm comfortable being uncomfortable.
Right.
I'm comfortable in this seat of I don't know. I'm comfortable saying, yeah, that I really messed that up, and things aren't going the way I want them to go. But how can we work this out and so that we can change direction, do something different, and then continue to grow.
Well, okay, Dr. Rawls.
Yeah.
I'm being one of the audience members here, and then just thinking about, so how do you get people to take you seriously when you're that young?
I took myself seriously. I think we worry about like what other people are going to think about us, but how do you see yourself? Like I looked at myself in the mirror every day. I took myself seriously. I dressed to be a principal before I was a principal. Like I went to work, suit, tie, I'm ready. But I wasn't a principal yet, but I was dressing like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure people like this young guy don't know what he's talking about. They probably were right. But I thought,
Yeah.
I can tell you this, I'm going every day. I'm going to work really hard. I'm going to do what I need to do to be successful. So I think when you step into leadership roles or any role in life, and you first get there, you do have to look yourself in the mirror and take yourself seriously and say, I can do this. And doubt begins to creep in, but you keep saying, I can do this.
Yeah.
And I can do it. I can do it. And then if you're doing that, people will take you seriously because they know how serious you are. Mm-hmm. Like if you're really serious about the work, serious about what you're trying to do, working really hard, people respect that. At the beginning, anytime a new leader comes in, I don't care who it is, people are going to look at you sideways. It's not an age thing. It's just that's how we are as people.
Right.
And then it's up to you to not necessarily show them, but to walk your true walk. So that's why I say you have to really not know yourself 100%, but you have to believe that you can accomplish whatever it is that you're setting out to accomplish. I think that's the biggest thing in life. And that life has taught me over and over. Like it asks me all the time, do you believe?
Right.
And if my answer is yes, then I know I can accomplish that goal.
So you might be one of the few people, it sounds like outside looking in or listening to what you're saying right now. Did you ever suffer from like imposter syndrome, feeling as though, okay, I don't deserve to be here or I'm not ready for this position? Did you ever suffer at all with that?
I mean, again, that's that doubt creeping in. Mm-hmm. So I think like we all deal with that.
Yeah. We
all deal with this issue of self-doubt at times. It's a confidence thing. And life has taught me that you can be real confident, for 1 year. But if you're not constantly working on staying confident, then you can lose it because people are always trying to steal it because they're trying to question you.
Dirty Dog Calling. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. If you're looking for a junk removal company, they are the go-to company. Whether you have a small job or a large job, and even excavation, you want to check them out. They are reasonable and also timely and effective. Dirty Dog Calling. Now back to the show.
I mean, especially nowadays, and I'm not into social media and all that stuff, but I see the kids, I'm dealing with them all the time. And so they're, people are always chipping away at your mental self and how you see yourself, because what you're seeing or what people are saying, or people can just get at you different ways. So you really have to stay in tune with yourself, but also working on being confident. But this whole idea of imposter syndrome, you're always that's always going to come up against you in
right.
any field. I don't care if you're a basketball player, or, you're a father or a mother, or, you're just starting out a job. Maybe you're a secretary. It doesn't matter your position. There's going to be times where you go like, am I really who they think I am?
Yeah.
And you have that self-doubt, but then that's just life talking to you. Mm-hmm. And then you just got to fight back and work at it. So that's part of my discipline. Why I try to stay disciplined in myself.
Yeah.
And try to win at different things in the morning or at night, just trying to win at one specific instance so that I can say, even if I fail at this one thing, I know I completed this task over here. So I know what I'm capable of doing. Yeah. Right. And so then I feel better about myself. So you have to have some positive moments in your life every day.
Right. Yeah. I think you are probably one of the most disciplined people I've ever had the privilege of knowing. And I know you more than most. So it's just, it's so cool to see how I want to share how he'll say he's going to do a thing. Y'all, I'm telling you, let's just use Peloton, right? Okay. So he said he's going to do, what was the power?
Oh, I'm doing Power Zone training right now. You're on Power Zone training right now. Build your base.
There it is. Build your base. Build your base.
Right.
And it's for a month long? Is it a month long?
Or 8 weeks.
Okay, it was for 8 weeks. He said, yeah, babe, I'm going to do this power zone training. I said, okay, great. And it was this past Saturday from the time that we recorded this.
Yeah.
I guess you were at the top of it.
I finished it.
You finished it.
I finished it.
So to finish it, you had to do it for 90.
That was the week before. This week was 60 minutes.
It was 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, 90 minutes. 90 minutes of just pure exercise. So he's going down, getting ready and prepping. I was like, so what are you about to do? He's like, man, I got to do 90 minutes. I said, 90 minutes of what? He said, I got to exercise for 90 minutes. I said, that's nuts. Why do you have to exercise for 90 minutes?
Right.
I'm doing this power zone training. It's like, well, why does everybody got to do the 90 minutes? But he was so adamant about, I'm going to finish it. Yeah. And I was curious to know, and I know he didn't skip any days.
No.
And I wanted to know statistically, how many people actually were able to go 100% without quitting any days.
Yeah.
But you didn't quit any days.
No.
So I need to know, the people need to know, how do you stay okay, I want to do that thing,
right,
and I'm going to finish that thing without wavering?
Well, I don't believe in quitting. So that's number one. So I'm
not skipping a day on exercise. Is that quitting?
That means I didn't finish it. So then I quit. So if we got something to do, and they said I had to do 24 to do it, then I have to do that or I quit. And so to me, again, leadership's about not quitting.
Right. It all ties in. Yeah. It's just,
yeah. So I don't believe in quitting. And so, my dad would never let me quit anything. So it started at a young age, but then I took that in and I don't quit anything. Because I believe, and I'm sure people know this, once you quit one thing, it's easier to keep quitting. And so if you just never quit, you have the possibility of succeeding. Matter of fact, you will succeed if I just never, ever, ever, ever give up. So, yeah, so now I'm into this thing. I told you I'm going to work out 365 days and every day for a year, right? I'm up to 266 days.
You are. You're ashamed.
So, because that was something I started, I'll forget, last October, whatever. But so, yeah, and then I'm doing these different programs, but it's just but that's part of me winning in the morning too. So okay. I wake up really early and I got to get something done because, again, one thing about leadership, you got to take care of yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And so I find that I get up early in the morning before anybody gets up. One, I love working out when I think other people are sleeping. That's a wrestling thing. So I would run at night after practice or run early in the morning because I always thought my competitor was sleeping. And if they were sleeping and I was working out, I had the advantage. And so when we went and wrestled on that week, I felt like I had an advantage. So I turned that into, now in my life, if I'm up working out, I have an advantage over anybody else that again, I'm a competitor. So I'm like, okay, I can be the best leader because I have an advantage and I'm taking care of myself.
Yeah.
And that's my time. So, and it goes back to, I know throughout the day, I'm going to try things. I may not be successful, but I know I completed this one thing. And so I can feel good about that. And I think that's important, again, for if you get into leadership, or leadership roles, you have to make time for yourself. You have to take care of yourself. And you have to find that victory every single day.
Even if it's small. So
small.
One thing that I love that you say, our children say it too, you can't break promises to yourself.
No.
Yeah, because if you break a promise to yourself, then you can break a promise to anyone.
Yeah.
So, and of course, I learned that as well.
Yeah.
So whenever I don't want to do something, I hear myself saying, because I caught you one morning, which me and the kids always laugh about, when you didn't want to work out. You're like, come on, Jesse, why don't you want to work out today? I'm like, who are you talking to?
Right.
I'm like, oh, myself.
Right.
But it's one of those things that you actually you have to motivate yourself to do the things that you don't want to do, because on the other side of it, you're going to benefit from it.
100%.
Had to take 2 seconds to thank Allstate Insurance for sponsoring this episode. If you're looking for car, life, or casualty insurance, They're going to be your ultimate insurance company. Thank you, Rob Shaw with Allstate Insurance. Now, back to the show.
Now, I can't say this enough. I mean, in life, you got to talk to yourself. You do have to motivate yourself, because this thing called life is not easy. It's really, really hard. Like, I counsel kids all the time when I'm talking to them. I always get a kind of choked up or emotional when I'm seeing freshmen and then they become seniors. It's because this world is not an easy place, right? So you got to constantly motivate yourself. And people think like that's not true, or they may think well, you don't really need. Yes, you do, because no one else, if we always should say, if no one else believes in you, always believe in yourself. So no one in this world may believe in what you're capable of. But if you just believe, you got to believe in yourself. And then that's one person that believes in you, but it's you. And so if you can believe in yourself, then you can accomplish what you want to accomplish. So you do have to motivate yourself. You do have to talk to yourself at times. When you don't feel like doing something, just start talking to yourself, motivating yourself, believing that you can do it. And that goes back to an imposter syndrome, when you're feeling like an imposter, feeling like, you got this job, or you're starting this business and it's not going the way you wanted to go, or people are saying you can't do it, or things are falling down. But if you keep motivating yourself, talking to yourself, believing in yourself, and then just say, I'm not going to quit. I might have to change direction, but I'm not going to quit. And once you make that decision that you're not going to quit, I believe the world begins to open up and change course for you. Like, you have that much power in yourself, because someone can always see what's in you, or look into your eyes and know, yeah, that guy right there or that girl, they're not quitting.
Right.
So I'm going to take a chance on them, or I'm going to get out of their way, or I'm going to help them out, because they have decided deep down in themselves that they have this dream, they have this goal. They're not going to quit. They're not going to give up.
So what do you say to the person that's been told you're too much, or they're not accepted in a place because of the light you're saying, or someone can look in your eyes and say, okay, they're not going to quit.
Well,
That's intimidating to some people.
I mean, everybody's not going to like you. Another leadership principle: if everybody likes you, you're doing something wrong.
Doing something wrong.
Yeah. So like, some people that don't, maybe they're feeling bad about themselves for some reason, and they don't accept you for who you are, what you're bringing to the table. They might not like you, or you're calling them out because you are a leader, but you're not doing it out of malice, but that's your job. They might not like you, but they're going to respect you. Right. So you can't live life trying to please everybody, because if you do that, you end up hurting yourself. And that's something I've had to learn along the way, trying to make sure everybody's happy, but it just doesn't work that way. And so you have to, work through that whole process, and just come to grips with, man, everybody not going to like me.
Yeah.
And it's okay. I'm all right with that.
Right.
I'm all right with that. I'm at peace with that.
So everywhere I go and I say who I'm married to, they say, oh, he's such a great leader. Why do you think that is?
I mean, I think people understand that I mean when I say I'm here to serve, like I'm here to help you. And so it doesn't matter your position, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter what you look like. Like, I'm going to help. I'm going to do my best work, and I'm going to try to help. I'm going to live my life in a way that going to bring honor to my family, but also honor to the community that I'm serving. I think, kids will say that because they know I care. As a teacher, I care deeply about my students that were in the classroom with me when I became a principal or assistant principal. I care deeply about them. My staff, the same way. I see them as not just teachers, but human beings that are living their life. And how can I help and assist them, whatever they're trying to do, personally, professionally, that I believe in them. So I think if people say that, that's because that's what I tried to do. I think I've been good at that along the way, and never try to take honor and glory for myself, because it's never been about Jesse Rawls Jr.
And plus, you're a man of integrity. When you say you're going to do something, you do it.
Yeah, I think that's very, very, very important. If you say something, do it. And if you can't do it, tell the person why. Like,
Tell them why.
I can't do that.
Yeah. So now you're starting to be known for this, be great every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't think of Anybody else right now?
I can't think of any.
I can't. When I hear be great every day, if someone's to say be great every day, I'm like, you heard that from Jesse. Yeah. So what does that mean to you?
It means so much to me. I mean, I started that when I was at Central Dauphin East High School. It was something that was with me for a long time. But when I got to East High, because I felt like we were the underdogs, felt like we were the underdogs in that, what's the one thing that we can control every single day so that we can rise our level and raise up our performance in anything. And then when I'm seeing students, I see them and I see that sometimes they don't understand the importance of each day. Mm-hmm. And so I would always tell them be great every day, because I would tell them and I believe this. So every day I wake up, I honestly believe this. And I say it to myself that every day that you get is a gift, right? That you're given this gift to wake up.
I had to take 2 seconds to interrupt this episode. I would like to thank one of our most recent guests, Attorney Jenny Chavis, for sponsoring this show. Chavis Law Firm is an elite law firm in Central Pennsylvania that helps with estate planning, as well as understanding what type of business entity you should enter into when starting your business. If you're looking for a great attorney that understands estate planning as well as business entity, how to start the right way, you want to check out Attorney Chavis, Chavis Law Firm. Now, back to the show.
I don't know what the chances of us being here in this moment, but it's you can't even calculate it, so therefore we have this amazing gift that we're given. But I also tell people that a gift is only good if it's received.
Right.
I can hand you $20, but if you don't take it, then I just have my hand out and you was like, I didn't want it. Right. But I look at a day that we get as that gift, and then I receive it. And then I just believe that every single day we have a choice to make. Like, I try to make things simple in my life.
You really do.
Right. Yeah. So we have a simple choice to make, mm-hmm. either to be great or not to be great.
You mean that?
No, because it's that simple. There's no in between.
Right.
You're either getting better or you're getting worse, but you're never staying the same. You're never staying status quo. It's either you're getting better or you're getting worse, but never believe that you're staying the same. That can't happen. It's impossible to remain the same.
Right.
So then every day I get up, I have to make a choice. No matter how I'm feeling, no matter what happened to me yesterday, no matter what confronts me in the day, no matter who I run into, I have a choice to make. And I say my choice is I'm going to be great every single day that I'm on earth, that I put my feet down, that my feet hit the ground, I'm able to stand up. I'm going to be great on that day. Don't know about, yesterday's gone. Tomorrow, I don't know, what tomorrow's going to bring, but I know what I have right now in front of me.
Right.
So on this day, I'm going to be great. And so when I say, simple thing like Peloton and I know I'm giving them a shout out, but because I do love it. But a simple thing like that is just a challenge for me to say on this day, I don't feel like doing this, but I'm going to do it, and I'm not going to do it halfway.
Right.
I'm going to do it all the way, because that's a challenge to myself to be great. And then when I walk into work, I feel the same way. When I'm talking to kids or talking to a teacher, I'm giving them everything I got in that moment, because that's been my promise to myself. I'm going to be great every single day. So I used to tell the kids that at East High, be great every day. And it's crazy because I was this summer I was at the at this fruit place, and a student came up to me and he said, Dr. Rawls, he said, remember you used to say be great every day? I said, yeah. He said, man, some kids might not have understood that, but I did. He said, man, that's so important that every day that we're great. And it kind of choked me up because, I'll get emails from students every once in a while. They'll email me and say the same thing to me. Yeah. But it's so important that we take hold of every single day, because we only have so many.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about life, we're finite. We're not infinite. Like, in terms of being here on earth, like, there's only so many days we have. So why not make the most out of every single day and give our best effort? It's what we owe It's what we owe once we accept that gift. And I accept the gift every day that the sun comes up, or maybe the sun doesn't because it's been raining a lot. But every day that I get up, I'm going to do my best work.
Right.
I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
Like, I can guarantee you that. And I tell people I work with that. Like, I can guarantee you I'm going to give my best effort every single day. Without a doubt. You don't have to ask about it.
Right.
That's how it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people are like, boy, I bet it was tough being raised with that guy. And I'm here to say, no, he's probably the most compassionate person. You have such a big heart.
Well, I'd always ask the kids, did you do your best work?
Did you do your best
And if
work?
the answer is yes, then okay. And I don't care what grade you got.
No.
I don't care what you did,
No.
sports wise. What did you do your best?
Right.
If the answer is yes, then what are we worried about anymore? Like, oh,
It was that easy.
well, and that's a lesson. I used to always just want to win.
Yeah.
Until I hurt myself really bad.
Yeah.
Having just a crazy experience when I just got so mad at myself. And that was my sophomore year in college. And then after that, I was like, look, the only thing I'm going to ask myself is that I do my best work. And if I did, I'm going to walk off this mat, win or losing, feeling good about what I put in. So, that's all it was for me. Like, every day I'm working. And then we'll figure it out when at the end of the match, what happens.
Yeah.
I think I try to live my life the same way.
Yeah. This was so good. So good. I'm sure there's going to be people asking questions or saying, thank you for the motivation, because that's what this was. Hey, I need to take 2 seconds to interrupt this wonderful show that you're watching. I run a real estate business, and the way we fund this podcast is through that business, the Erica Rawls team. I would love it if you would just give us one opportunity to service your real estate needs, whether you are in Central PA or around the entire world. Think of us first so we can help you. Now back to the show. So,
yeah.
With that, a lot of people like to come to your commencement, your graduation ceremony, to hear your speaches.
That's true.
They do.
Okay.
Like, they follow you wherever you go. Right. Now at Cumberland Valley, and who knows where you're going to end up. Right. But people do follow you for your motivational speeches. Mm-hmm. So how do you prepare? Like, where does that come from? Because they are good.
Well, sometimes it just to be something of I'm blessed with a thought.
Yeah.
And it just marinate in my mind.
Yeah.
And then from there, I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself. I remember one of my most famous ones was I talking about that composter. Oh, that I had bought the composter, and how composter turns trash into treasure, if you will. And then I thought about our kids and how they grow up, and how you can take all the negative things that people say about you and use it for motivation, just like a composter. And you can compost the negative talk, or you can compost people saying you can't do this, or you can, compost that doubt. And then you just put it in a place you can use that as fuel for your fire to succeed in life, And so I had bought a composter, and I was amazed at what it could do.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if you could take trash and turn it to treasure, you can take people's negative energy that they're trying to give to you and turn it into motivation to succeed in life. Because you got to think of different ways to motivate yourself in life. And sometimes when you're just getting beat down, you can take all that energy and say, no, I can. Just because you said I can't, I will. And sometimes that's the motivation you need to be successful, because you have this in your mind that someone's saying what you can't do. Yeah. But you're saying again, if no one believes in me, I'm always going to believe in myself.
Right.
I'm going to overcome. I'm going to succeed. So that's how stuff comes to me.
Wow.
That's how stuff comes to me.
Yeah. Well, thank you for motivating. Yes, our community. This was good.
That was okay.
This is good. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure sitting on the couch with you.
Thank you.
Okay. Alrighty, y'all. If you loved what you heard, please, I would love nothing more but to hear you or meet you in the comments.